Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Elijah Mackey, a black FBA, decides that rather than doing his job, it would be best to kill and throw his life away over mayonnaise. This demon is working at his job. You know, you figure, okay, we got a young black man taking care of business, doing his daily dues, staying out of trouble. You know, a lot of times, even in North Carolina, you know, when you go through the drive-thru, you see brothers and sisters, you know, at their job. And, you know, you're kind of proud because it's like, you know, it's good to see a black man working, doing the right thing, staying out of trouble. But this guy is a different breed. This animal, after being requested to give a customer some mayonnaise, decides jump out the window and kill the customer. And the FBA community have nothing to say about it. I got to talk about these topics. Let's play the tape. Salute to everybody coming in the building. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I'm one of the most hated in these YouTube streets because I actually deal with black issues. You know, the tough issues that nobody want to talk about, because on social media, you got to entertain people and tap dance for them in order for them to like you. I don't really care who don't like me. I'm going to talk about what's on my heart. And that way I'll build an audience of people that actually are concerned about these type of issues because they're happening every day. The others that just want to be entertained by what a white man is doing, I don't got time for that. That's called buck dancing for black folk in order for them to like you when they don't even like you anyway. Because we don't even get along in the black community. That's how much problems we got. When you got young men that are at their job and they're not even thinking about the decisions they're making, where are the fathers? What would make a young black man kill a customer over mayonnaise? And yet, these black men that are on social media, they're not educating these young men. They're not teaching these young men to make better decisions. They're not schooling them on the proper choices in life, teaching young men that it's okay to walk away. It's okay to, you know, not go to prison. Like, why would you want to go to prison? Why would you throw your whole life away over mayonnaise? Because now when you go to prison, you're going to have a lot of mayonnaise now. You threw your life away over a pack of mayonnaise. And now you're going to be serving time in prison, where you're going to have unlimited access to mayonnaise. And you're going to have a lot of workers that will be willing to give you packs of mayonnaise. Is it worth it? Let's listen at this crazy story, guys. Because in these YouTube streets, man, I'm telling you, man, it's a wicked place. When you bring out the truth and black folk get upset, rather than supporting what you do, they act like I'm the bad guy. Now, notice this, guys. The news media put out these stories, but the black community ain't upset with the news media. They're only upset when I do commentary. That's when they get upset. They don't get upset at the news media for talking about these stories. They get upset with the black man that addressed these issues. And we always say we need leaders in the black community. We need men to stand up. But when men stand up, they don't get the support. And what that does is it just puts everybody in a bad light. You know what I'm saying? Who the heck is this? Baba, whatever. You ain't welcome over here. Get the hell off my platform. Let's get back to the content. Let's go.
New details about a deadly shooting at a Checkers restaurant in Kissimmee. A worker allegedly shot a customer after he complained about his order.
Yeah, the victim asked to speak to a manager just before he was shot. Fox 35's Stephanie Buffmonte is live at that restaurant with the latest. So, Stephanie, that suspect was in court today.
Yes, and those new shocking details were released today. According to a witness, this could have potentially been over a packet of mayo. Now, one person is behind bars and another person is dead. And this happened in a busy area, as you can see, right in Old Town, which is near Fun Spot.
The defendant will be held pursuant to Arthur at no bond.
23-year-old Elijah Mackey in an orange jumpsuit and cuffs, making a first appearance in court Friday. He's charged with first-degree premeditated murder.
First-degree premeditated murder over a pack of mayo. And this is what the black community produced. This is what the FBA produced. This is what the FBA community refused to talk about. Instead, they want to talk about what the white man is doing. They want to talk about racism. They want to talk about white supremacy. But you got these animals that are in the black community killing people. And nobody addressed these issues but me. And then when I go live, you got these FBAs that want to come on over to my platform to say, well, everybody's not FBA. Now you sound retarded and dumb. Because here's the thing. If black Americans are supposed to be foundational black Americans, then all of you are FBA. So I'm trying to figure out why foundational black Americans don't address these issues. If these issues are causing us problems and making us look bad in the public, why you're not addressing these issues? Why are you hiding these stories? Why are these content creators hiding the truth about the killings that are going on every day? Why? There was a time family used to go to Chuck E. Cheese in different places. You can't even go there because ninjas are fighting every day. How many of you ever been at Chuck E. Cheese and fights are going on all over the place? Only when ninjas are there. You can't go to a house party because there's going to be somebody shot. You can't hang out because if ninjas are around, somebody going to die. You see? You had mass shootings in South Carolina. You had mass shootings in another place. You have all these shootings where ninjas are. Killings. Imagine this animal decide to kill because of mayonnaise. And rather than the FBA community speak on these issues and address that the black community got major problems that we need to fix, instead, they're upset with me because I talk about the topics that matter. While their hero content creators cower up because they're trying to get a check. So they avoid talking about the tough topics because on YouTube, you have to kiss ass in order for people to like you. I'm not doing that. If you don't like me, get the fuck off the platform. Just leave. Because I'm not kissing nobody's ass to hear this truth. This truth is for real people, not emotional people with thin skin who want to walk around with their head up high like everything is good in the black community when you know damn well that you can't even walk outside in peace. Because it's not the white man that is in your community terrorizing you. It's the black man. He's the one out there. These YNs, they're out there terrorizing the community. You understand? And you got these elders, these old guys that's supposed to know better. They're not doing anything. They're not speaking on the issues. They're not talking about it because why? We want to paint everybody as if though we're just all good brothers and sisters and we all get along. No, we don't. We hate each other. 99.9% of black folk on social media hate me because I speak the truth. Not because I did anything wrong, because I hate the truth. And these very same people lie on me every day. Lie, lie, lie. They slander my name every which way they can in order to turn people against me. Why? Because I speak the truth. I don't got no prison records. Never been arrested in my life. You know why? Because I'm smart. But you got these animals killing people and the black community have nothing to say about it. Instead, they want to get mad. Let's go back at the story. Let's go.
New details about a deadly shooting at a Checkers restaurant in Kissimmee. A worker allegedly shot a customer after he complained about his order.
Yeah, the victim asked to speak to a manager just before he was shot.
He asked to speak to a manager before getting shot. Imagine how many times you've been to the fast food restaurant joint, got your burgers, got your whatever you got, drove off, and then you like, whoa, hold up, man. Damn, man, they forgot my so-and-so. They forgot the apple pies. Let me swing back over there real quick. Yo, bro, you forgot the apple pies. And then you get shot. What kind of craziness is that?
Fox 35's Stephanie Buffmonte is live at that restaurant with the latest. So, Stephanie, that suspect was in court today.
Yes, and those new shocking details were released today. According to a witness, this could have potentially been over a packet of mayo. Now, one person is behind bars and another person is dead.
Person is dead, one behind bars over mayonnaise, guys. Y'all don't see how senseless this is? Y'all don't see how in the black community, black men are doing these crimes daily? And nobody want to talk about it because we want to uphold this fake image, this fake facade, like everything is good and sweet in the black community, like we all get along, like there's no crime. That's why they upset with me. They upset with me because when I do these videos, they look at it like all you want to do is bring black men down. So you defending the killers. So let me get this straight. You are defending these animals. Because if you're worried about somebody bringing black men down, that means that you are an enabler of these killers. You love it. You're trying to protect them. I mean, wouldn't you want these guys to go down? They're killers. These are animals. These are the degenerates in the black community that is causing us problems. These monsters. Killing people over a pack of mayonnaise. Imagine how this clown looked in an orange jumpsuit inside there with other animals. And yet, what are you here for, son? Oh, I murdered a man over mayonnaise. That's why I'm going to spend the rest of my life in prison. How dumb could you be? How dumb could a man be to throw his life away like this? No conflict resolution skills. You know? He don't know how to de-escalate. He don't know how to walk away. He's in his emotions. This is why I tell you guys, when you at the 9 to 5 and you're dealing with your daily job, there's sometimes, man, people do things to really tick you off. You can't let yourself get out of character to the point where you kill people and you working. This is how you pay your bills. I told y'all 1,000 times a story that happened to me at the 9 to 5 a while back, many years ago. And I could have lost my job if I would have did something to that person that was provoking me. I was like this close. But I thought about it. I thought about my actions. I said, you know what? I could hurt this person right now, man. I know I could. Have you ever been in front of somebody that you know you can hurt, bro? Like it's not in your mind, you know, man, it's not even a fair fight. This is not a fair fight. I'm going to hurt this person. And you just kind of walk away. That was the situation I was in. Because the dude was doing things and it's almost like he knew the policy because the job that I was at, if you fight on the job, you're automatically fired even if the other person is in the wrong, which is stupid. Like how the hell you gonna fire me and I'm not even wrong? I'm defending myself. You know? That's why in New York, it's crazy. You could literally be defending yourself as a black man and end up in prison, no matter what. You know? Shout out to Jonah for life, for the membership and the support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Says, keep on speaking the truth, brother Ringo. Appreciate the support. Shout out to Sean for the support. Moderator. Says the violence is ridiculous. That's why I stay to myself. I rarely frequent public places nowadays. Get the likes up too, y'all. Appreciate the support. Yeah, going to public places is dangerous nowadays. It's dangerous. Shout out to Floridine Rollo for the support. Says this savage did this in International Boulevard in Southwest Orlando. He done for real. Esau is FBA. Ringo just like the Hebrew Israelites. Esau doing demonic stuff that's YNs. And see, when we address stories like this, the black community, they don't know how to look within and say, you know what, let's talk about these issues. These are tough issues. We can't have this. Because online, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, online, it is so fake. When you look at these communities, especially the ones called FBAs, it's a fake facade community of people that act as if though they're just together, and they don't even address the issues in the black community. Instead, they focus on talking about white supremacy all day. They don't ever talk about black issues. Never. They always talking about what white people are doing when they don't even live with white people. They don't even have white people attacking them. They're not even on a plantation, but they keep acting like they're slaves. They keep acting as if though they're being oppressed. And they have this victim mentality that is planted in them by content creators who get a check, just like pastors who are always telling you about Jesus, but they don't give a fuck about you. And they constantly get paid offerings and tithes, and they go home to their mansions, flying their Learjet, driving their Rolls Royce. And you come to their church every damn weekend, every day. And all of these dudes just live their best life while you struggling in the black community, struggling to pay your bills. You can never go to the church and ask them for $1. How many of you been down and out and you went to the church, a place where you figure Jesus Christ is at, and the pastor closed the door on you, told you to go pray? Here you got a need, and the pastor said to heck with you. And you've been paying your tithes and your offerings. Pastor don't give a damn about you, just like these content creators don't give a damn about you. It's all one big hustle, and they all work together. You understand me? I've been trying to teach you good people for a long time that these content creators don't give a fuck about you. All they want to do is manipulate you. All they want to do is keep you dumbed down and docile by telling you a bunch of junk. They're not talking about the real issues, because the real issues is painful. The real issues is shocking. You know what I mean? We got animals like this everywhere around us that do things. You see it every day in the black community. You know who they are. You see them walking up and down the block, and you're like, man, I wish that person just disappeared. I cannot stand these damn ninjas, bro. All they do is just sit around all damn day. Nobody want to work, committing crimes all day, shooting people all day. You understand? And then when you come online, you see people talking about FBA. We're foundational black Americans. And they get mad with me all the time, talking about I'm unsubscribing. Take your subscription and shove it. I don't care. I'm going to speak this truth. I don't live by subscriptions. I live by the Most High. You understand? If you're that offended and pissed off because I'm giving you this truth, it's no wonder they killed Jesus Christ. I'm not surprised why they killed the prophets, because the prophets are never loved in their hometown. They're hated. That's why T.D. Jakes lasts so long in ministry, because he's a false prophet. That's why Creflo Dollar and them last so long, because they're false prophets. And people love lies. They love it. And now you got this demon that took somebody out, took somebody away from their family over mayonnaise. Over mayonnaise.
So, Stephanie, that suspect was in court today.
Yes, and those new shocking details were released today. According to a witness, this could have potentially been over a packet of mayo. Now, one person is behind bars and another person is dead. And this happened in a busy area, as you can see, right in Old Town, which is near Fun Spot.
The defendant will be held pursuant to Arthur at no bond.
23-year-old Elijah Mackey in an orange jumpsuit and cuffs, making a first appearance in court Friday. He's charged with first-degree premeditated murder. Osceola County deputies say it was all over a fast food customer complaining about his meal. A witness said he was possibly asking for mayo packets. The arrest affidavit says Wesley Robertson asked to speak with the manager several times after ordering from the front window at Checkers Wednesday night.
Now, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look a here, look a here. This demon, this animal, this degenerate monster decided that it would be a good idea to kill a man who is most likely a father trying to take care of his business. And he killed him over mayonnaise.
Arrest affidavit says Wesley Robertson
is gone. You see how that go? Can I get some more mayonnaise? You forgot my mayonnaise, dog. Pow, pow, pow. So what does this do? What does this do for Chick-fil-A? What does this do for the fast food franchise? Do we need to support that place? Because I ain't going there. Because now I know workers are killing people over mayonnaise now. You see? Now what this does for the white community now, create more attention because now you got a ninja killing a white man over mayonnaise. So now the tension is very high. See what black people are doing, but nobody want to talk about these issues. Nobody want to talk about these issues. Instead, they focus on me. Oh, we need to cancel Ringo. We need to get him up on out of here. We need to do this. Cancel these nuts. You can't even cancel the crime that's going on in your community. You can't even get the gang members out. You can't stop the drug dealers. You can't stop the burglary. But you got all this time to talk about me? I'm not the enemy. The enemy is within your community. And this damn demon even have a biblical name. He has a biblical name, guys. And yet he's a demon. Just look at him. Imagine he was hired for a job and murdered a man over mayonnaise.
Customer complaining about his meal. A witness said he was possibly asking for mayo packets. The arrest affidavit says Wesley Robertson asked to speak with the manager several times after ordering from the front window at Checkers Wednesday night. Deputies say...
Oh, so it's Checkers, not Chick-fil-A. My bad.
When Mackey climbed out of a drive-through window, walked around the side of the building, and started arguing with Robertson. According to an...
I never even ordered from Checkers, to be honest with you. I never been to Checkers. So I don't even know what that place is, and I'm not going there ever.
Last report, that's when Robertson used derogatory language to insult Mackey, and in response, Mackey pulled a gun out of his waistband and shot Robertson in the chest.
Shot him in the chest over mayonnaise. This is what a ninja did. A YN shot a white man in his chest over mayonnaise, and the FBA community have nothing to say. The black community have nothing to say about this. Instead, they want to protect the black kid by saying it's cool. They never talk about these stories, guys. Just the other day, we did a video about a black homeowner that had 3 white boys. They were running a prank, and the black guy opened fire and shot and killed one of them, grazed the other one, and the black community went silent on the story. Now, why? Why they went silent? A lot of black people try to defend the black man, but I'm the only one that did the thorough breakdown. The black guy's a felon. He wasn't even supposed to have a gun. He wasn't even supposed to own a gun. But nobody's reporting that. Instead, they're acting like they didn't see that part. I'm the only one intelligent enough to break down the real stories. But guess what? They avoid talking about it. You know why? Because it makes the black community look a certain way. And what you have to understand about content creators, I keep telling you good people this, a lot of content creators are manipulators. They will manipulate you in order to get a check. I keep telling you, they're just like these pastors in these churches. You got to look at how they move. You got to look at what they talk about. You got to look at the way they say what they say. It's all designed to manipulate you into hating other people. So when you go to these hateful racist channels, what they do is they focus primarily on white people. They focus on white supremacy. Oh, we're being racially profiled. You know, the white people are coming after us. There's going to be a race war. This is what they keep doing to you. Programming you, making you more toxic. You got a life to live. You don't got no damn time to be worrying about all that mumbo jumbo. Where you got ninjas out here robbing and killing people and carjacking people. Carjacking your Hellcat. Carjacking you and shooting women and killing babies. Look at all the stories I put out there. The FBA community is upset about it, and they say, oh, all Ringo does is put out gruesome stories and gruesome. This is your people that's doing this, and you're not concerned about it? I had one person coming to my topics. They was like, hey, it would be nice if you make videos about white people. And I'm like, why you want to hear about videos about white people? You're black. Black people are destroying your community, and you want to hear about white people? Are you sick? You should be wanting to hear about what your people are doing so that you can overcome these issues, so we could address these issues and have these conversations. So let me get this straight. So if a pedophile is in a black community violating kids, you guys would turn a blind eye to it because it's happening right now. You know, I did a story the other day of the pastor that was violating his own daughter, guys, got his daughter pregnant. Sodomized his own daughter brutally after she gave birth. The black community have nothing to say about it. I did another story of a black man that took his baby and threw the baby over a bridge and killed his pregnant baby mama. Black community went silent. They ain't even addressing the story. Why? They are not addressing it. Another story. Black woman gives her baby to the baby daddy. They send the baby back to her dead in a stroller. Nobody want to talk about these issues. Everybody's silent on the matter. Why? Because they don't want the black community to look like we savages. They don't want it to look that way. See, when I make these videos, we're not talking about civilized black folk that go to work and do the right thing and obey the law. We talking about these damn savages that need to be out of the community. But what's happening with the community? They're not getting rid of the savages. They're keeping them. Instead, they want to get rid of the people that are sounding the alarm. They want to get rid of the people that are trying to rid the community of drugs. You know what this kind of remind me of? It remind me of that episode. I'm not sure if y'all remember the show. I don't remember the name, but I'm going to talk about it. That famous actor, black actor, very, very good. He played in, I think, the movie Baby Boy, where he was the pimp and he was messing around with the dude's girlfriend while he was in the military or whatever the case is, right? Okay, so it was a TV show, a sitcom show, where you had that particular actor, and then you had another actor, right? And the show was about drugs coming in the community. And he was like, you messing up my business. You messing up my business. And the guy was like, I'm going to press you until you're out of this community. And they kept doing that over and over throughout the show. Eventually, he stopped. And basically, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because a lot of y'all probably don't even watch TV to know. Let me see if I can find it. Let me go into my history and see, because I watch it every other day. I like that episode, that show. Let me go into my history and see if I can pull it up, guys. And that way you'll be able to know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me go through the history. Give me a minute. I watch a ton of videos, but I'll come across it just now. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let me turn this off real fast. Okay, let me do this. Let me let this ad play first. And I'll just take a screenshot of this. So it was called The War Between Rock Emerson and Andre Thomas, right? So let me get this. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? I'm trying to get a screenshot. That way y'all can see this thing good. Okay, I'll just take a screenshot with this and you'll know exactly what show I'm talking about. Because it was a good episode. And what this shows is the kind of work that I do, right? Let me put this on the screen for you guys. Make sure y'all hit the like button. We need y'all to hit that like button, right? It's very important. If you support the truth, you got to hit the like button. You just can't be here viewing and you're not supporting this work. This is what they want you to do, not support the work. This episode, right? This series of videos is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm literally trying to rid the community of these damn animals. And the black community, the FBA community, is protecting the drug dealers. They're protecting the savages. Because when I speak out against it, right, they get upset. They get upset about it. They don't support what I'm doing. Because why? They get paid when there's bloodshed. They get paid. That's how they live. You see that? Throughout this episode, this guy was battling the drug dealer over and over and over, trying to clean the community up. But what I learned is the FBA community love violence. They love drug dealers. They love it because when you talk about these issues, they get upset. They say that I'm doing what I'm doing to please the white man. That's what they say. They say me making these videos is because I'm trying to please the white man. What kind of dumb stuff is that? Trying to please the white man. That don't make no sense. I'm trying to show the topics so that the black community can see a reflection of what's going on. Because a lot of people are acting like they don't see. You know? Imagine killing a man over mayo. Brother, what are you in the prison cell for? Oh, I had a job at Checkers and white guy, you know, he was like, yo, you forgot the mayo. So I shot him. So let me get this straight, young blood. You killed a white man because he asked for mayonnaise? Yeah, I killed him because he asked for mayonnaise. That's what the black community endorse. That's what they endorse, guys. That's what they support. They hate to hear these type of topics, man. Imagine you black and you hate to hear about the issues that are going on in the black community, but you love to hear about what white people are doing. You can't see that you're sick. You can't see something wrong. Shouldn't you be concerned about what's going on in your community? Shouldn't you be concerned? And now this man is dead and his family is grieving.
Arguing with Robertson. According to an arrest report, that's when Robertson used derogatory language to insult Mackey, and in response, Mackey pulled a gun out of his waistband and shot Robertson in the chest.
He pulled a gun and shot him in the chest. Carrying a gun, he have a gun on him while he at work. Make that make sense?
He fell headfirst into the building. The employee ran toward the slingshot ride and then to Celebration Suites nearby.
Wow.
We spoke with people staying there.
Can you imagine? You're just like, oh, let's go to Checkers. I want, a hamburger meal or whatever it is. And next thing you know, you're gone.
Now think about how the white community is talking. That's what the white community is saying right now. And they're saying this about black people. So you're wondering why there's so much tension between blacks and whites. Now you have to think about this. Why they interview the white people? Why they didn't interview the black people? You see how that goes? Think about what the lady is saying. You want to take your family to Checkers to get some burgers, whatever the case is, and you end up dead. That's how they feel about you guys. So when you're black, that's how they see you as savages. And you're wondering who's causing this? Black people is causing this. The savages in the community is causing this racial tension. They're doing it. They're doing it. And nobody wants to talk about it but Ringo TV.
I mean, how does that happen? It's sad. It's really sad.
You don't know if you can ever voice your opinion, because somebody's going to pull a gun.
Former Orlando.
Now notice that he said you don't even know if you could voice your opinion because you don't know if somebody's going to pull a gun. Now, what is he saying? I don't know if a black person going to pull a gun. I'm afraid for my life. I'm afraid to take my family to Checkers now because they might pull a gun. That's what's going on right now, guys. Let's get back at the tape.
Next thing you know, you're gone. I mean, how does that happen? It's sad. It's really sad.
You don't know if you can ever voice your opinion, because somebody's going to pull a gun.
Former Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone weighing in.
Obviously, this individual will have their day in court, but based on the information that we have seen so far, it'll be very, very difficult for them to defend their actions.
You say he can't defend their actions on this one. He ain't going to get the Carmelo treatment because, the FBA community been going hard in the paint trying to protect Carmelo Anthony. They messed up when trying to defend that guy. He was recently charged as an adult, which means he's going to spend time in an adult prison with an adult men. And he's going to learn real fast. And I'm going to tell you right now, the FBA community is responsible for Carmelo going to prison and for his popularity. Because if you guys would have just left it alone and let the system do what it needed to do, he wouldn't have became so popular. He became so popular that men that are in prison are waiting for him to arrive to make an example out of him. This is why social media is dangerous. Nobody should have been defending Carmelo Anthony. Nobody. The man is a murderer. But the black community defended him because he's black. That's all. Just because he's black. Knowing good and well that he stabbed somebody in their heart, took a knife to an event, was in an area he wasn't supposed to be in, and started to flip. If you were so afraid, why don't you just walk away? But no, the black community on social media kept pushing it. And then they program you viewers to side with them. A lot of you viewers side with Carmelo Anthony because he's black. But if he stabbed another black man, you wouldn't even care. You wouldn't even address the case. Why? Because when black men kill black men, the black community don't care. You don't address it. And y'all gave that man over $600,000 or more for nothing. Wasted your money. Wasted your money. I seen another post. I took a screenshot of it somewhere where black folk from the FBA community said we need to raise money and start a GoFundMe for the black man that shot the white kids that was running the ding dong prank. Y'all really trying to raise millions for another savage who is a felon, who wasn't supposed to have a gun, who was recklessly shooting his firearm in the street, in the community, possibly hitting and injuring other people? And that's the person that y'all want to support? Why do you guys always support killers and murderers? But when you have men like me that are actually speaking the truth, you try to stifle what I talk about. It's one thing if you saw a white man making content about black issues like this. Oh, then yeah, that would be kind of concerning, because why would a white guy be talking about black issues and black people killing everybody and this and that and that? You'll be like, man, why don't you talk about your own people and your own issues? Do you see how that works? Okay, so if I'm a black man, why the fuck you mad at me for? Why you mad at me? You know why? Because black folk don't see me as black. You know why? Because content creators are running around saying, he's a tether, he's a tether, he's a foreigner, fam. If I showed you my birth certificate, you would fall out your chair. You would fall out your chair because you're liars, manipulators. And that's why I don't understand why a lot of you content creators even exist. Your viewers must be dumb and slow because they believe your manipulative tactics. They hate black people that stand for the truth. It's no different than a drug dealer. He don't want nobody talking about him. He don't want nobody reporting what he doing. He trying to get money. So what happens is in the black community, when men like me stand up and talk about these issues, content creators get nervous because what that does, it prevents them from making money off you. Why? Because if I'm showing the stories with the black savages and what the black community is doing, what it says to the FBA community is you guys don't have no time to be talking about white supremacy. You're supposed to be talking about the issues that's going on in your community. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You know, you're supposed to be talking about your community and the issues you got going on and try to solve those, because black men are not leading the community right now. Black men are not protecting black women right now. They're not protecting their children right now. They're not doing a damn thing. They're waiting for the white man. They're literally waiting for the white man, guys. I seen a comment, I'm supposed to do a video about it later, where a black man came into my comment section telling me, black women is not going to be protected. Let them call on the white man, the cops, to protect them and the children. And I said to myself, this is the reason why the black community is in shambles, is because black men are not leading. They're cowards. They fail their own communities. And they're not building nothing in the communities, because you have foreigners that come into America and they set up businesses in the black community. Now, you explain that to me, black man. How is it that foreigners can come in from a foreign land, set up shop in your neighborhood and start businesses and make a fortune, and you've been there for years and years and years, your whole life, and still haven't developed nothing? What does that say about you as a black man? It says you're a fucking failure. So don't get mad at me. You're just lazy. Don't get mad at me because nobody's oppressing you. You just don't know how to work together. That's why you get mad at me, because I'm speaking the truth, raw and uncut, no sugarcoating. You know? How come the white man is able to come together and build communities? The Asian man, he building communities. The Jewish man, he's building communities. The Arab man, they building communities. But the black man ain't doing shit. All the black man do is complain on social media about white supremacy. Aren't you ladies tired of hearing that nonsense? Imagine, ladies, you're listening to a bunch of ninjas online talking about white supremacy. You know why? Because they're afraid of the white man. You ladies are supposed to be looking for men that are building something, not men that sit around all damn day talking about waiting for reparations and waiting for the white man to bow down and get him some crumbs. That's not no man. That's not a man. No man should be sitting online talking about white supremacy and, you know, we're being oppressed by the white man. You sound weak. You don't sound like no man. You don't see the white man online complaining about we're being oppressed by black people. You know, the black man just, you know, he keeping us. You don't see that mess. They're busy running things, building infrastructure. What are you doing, black man? But smoking weed and drinking Henny. That's why you don't like me. That's why you unsubscribe, because you don't want to hear the fucking truth. That's why. But I don't care. We're going to speak this truth, and we're going to speak this truth heavy. I don't care. I'm not bought and paid for like these content creators who get a check to keep you down and dumbed down and docile. I'm not doing that.
No, if you could never voice your opinion, you know, because somebody's going to pull a gun.
Former Orlando Police Chief Orlando Rolone weighing in.
Obviously, this individual will have their day in court, but based on the information that we have seen so far, it'll be very, very difficult for them to defend their actions.
It's going to be difficult to defend their actions. Difficult. Y'all can't defend this kid. There's no way. You know, and I'm pretty sure the family is going to be suing Checkers. There's going to be a lot of problems with this one. Shout out to Sean, the Navigator, for the membership. He says another typical Barabbas situation. And that's true. They're choosing the killer over the innocent, you know? Shout out to Floridine Rollo for the membership. Says they hate winners and support evil only. Yeah, they do that all the time. All the time. They only support evil. It's sick. Shout out to Tasha for the support. Says appreciate you standing for the truth regardless. We can't do better if we don't acknowledge real issues, and that's the real issue. They don't want to listen. They don't want to acknowledge this. They want to act like these things don't exist, and they try to demonize me to stop my momentum, but that's not going to stop my momentum. A lot of content creators are jealous of other content creators. When they see you doing something that is making a wave, they try to demonize it as if though something's wrong. Oh, Ringo is doing it. They don't mention my name, but you know they're talking about me. Some of you folks are so, you have the discernment. You could tell when content creators are talking about me, right? And they'll be like, yeah, he's making videos, and I don't know where he find these videos, and he just keep trying to talk about black people and, you know, blah, blah, blah. When you see them talking like that, what they're doing is trying to get you viewers not to watch me. As if though what I'm talking about is a bad thing. But these very same content creators are always telling you about doom and gloom. They're always telling you that the economy is going to fall, that you're going to go into a famine, and there's a coming war, a race war. They do this all the time. But that's not a problem. They're always telling you that the economy going to fall. There's going to be no food on the shelves. They're always telling you what Trump is doing. Fam, we don't got no time for that. We don't got no time for that. They fill you up with fear. Constantly fear-mongering, constantly telling you about doom and gloom, constantly trying to make you worry. Fam, I don't make content to make you worry. I don't make content to make you feel like you're never going to be able to pay your bills. I don't do stuff like that. Oh, you're going to be layoffs. This is what they say. You got content creators that come online, they be like, oh, 100,000 black women lost their jobs, blah, blah, blah. They're mocking you, ladies. They're mocking you, ladies, while they get a YouTube check. Imagine a content creator literally online talking about people losing their jobs as if though they care. Are they supporting you financially? No, that's not news. That's not even nothing to be even talking about. Who cares about that? I'm not talking about that because why? It's just rubbing the wound with salt. That's all it's doing because you might be one of those women that lost your job. So why would I be there talking about that? That's not helping you. That's not. But these content creators will do that because they're laughing at you. Why? Because it goes back to what Kevin Samuels was talking about, oh, it's going to be a cold winter and this and that. So for them, it's like taking a little shot, like, ha, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. The women are losing their jobs, ha, ha, ha. Maybe they'll submit to a man. That's exactly what their agenda is. They're taking shots at you subliminally while making it seem like they're reporting the news. You see what I mean? You got to read between the lines, people.
Unfortunate because it could have been avoided.
He says it's important to talk to your kids about controlling their emotions and lead by example.
Do you see that? Control your emotions, lead by example. These are all the things I'm always telling you guys. I'm always telling black men, control your emotions, lead by example. I'm always saying these things. Now the news media have to tell you it too.
It takes a much bigger person to basically step away from a situation like that. Be that person. Don't allow for someone to bring you down or take you on a path that you will regret later.
That's what I always try to teach people, guys. I'm always teaching black men to walk away, have conflict resolution skills, learn how to de-escalate, stop the road raging. I'm always telling you guys, stop letting people take you off your path. People be making videos about me all the time trying to get me to react to them. I don't even talk about them, guys. I don't even talk about them, but they still talking about me because they're desperate for my attention. Desperate. Why? Because they're miserable. They're trying to take me off my course, but it won't work. It won't work. I'm steadfast moving forward.
Now, the Checkers was closed yesterday. It is open right now. We reached out to Checkers for comment, but haven't heard back.
Wow.
Reporting in Kissimmee, Stephanie Buffmonte, Fox 35 News.
They reached out for comment, but couldn't hear back, guys. They couldn't hear back. Why? Because the black community is protecting the drug dealers. They're protecting the drug dealers. They don't want them to go. That's how they make their money. Because of these damn animals right here. This man killed a man over mayonnaise, man. Mayonnaise. Is he trying to get street cred with mayonnaise? Street cred now, you get that with mayonnaise? What kind of weak-minded man could you be? That means that this dude was a ticking time bomb waiting to kill somebody. He could have killed your son. He's walking around with a gun, guys. Think about it. He's at work at Checkers with a gun. A gun while at work. Think about it. Your son could have got killed by this animal. But see, the black community don't care because a white man got killed. So they're happy about that. I've read comments where black folk were in the comments saying they're happy that it's a white man that got killed because of what they did to us back in the day. That's how sick our community is. We rejoice when stuff like this happen because white people get killed. What kind of animal could you be to think like that? But yet, if he would have killed a black kid, then what? You turn a blind eye to the story also. He's done. He's going to prison for life. There's no doubt about it. He ain't never coming home. And he could get all the lawyers he want. You know? That's why I don't understand why everybody is focusing on wanting Diddy to go to prison for life. Diddy is not going to prison at all, guys. He's going to walk. The case with Diddy is a circus. Look at the crimes that I'm showing you and compare that to Diddy. Look at the crimes that I'm showing you and then compare that to Diddy. Diddy's an innocent man. I'm showing you real crimes, real stories. You're just being distracted by other stuff. I'm not saying you can't talk about the Diddy case. I talk about the Diddy case and we'll continue to talk about it from time to time. But if you notice, I don't get up in the morning and go live to talk about the Diddy case like other people do that are paid by the feds to continually keep you folks dumbed down and docile. I don't waste my time because there's no evidence that's coming out. Everything is just a joke at this point. You know? All they're doing is just talking about domestic violence and people claiming they seen this and they seen that, but yet they never reported nothing to the police. You know, they were continually getting their money. Why? Turning a blind eye. Just like I kept telling you, the black community turn a blind eye to everything. So if Diddy was a monster back then, Why everybody that was working with him making money turned a blind eye and never said nothing? Because they were getting money. You see? So it is what it is, guys. We're going to get up on out of here. I got to take care of some business, right? I'm going to get something to eat real quick, and then I'm going to come back with another story, and then I got to get to some major work and do what I got to do. It is what it is. So yeah, we're going to do what we got to do, man. Y'all stay safe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the like button. It is what it is. You have a lot of people that are mad at me, and it's okay. You could be mad. Make sure you unsubscribe if you're mad and pissed off. You can leave. Just don't watch me no more, because we don't need you over here. You're toxic. You know what I mean? I need real viewers that understand truth, real viewers with tough skin that have brains to understand what's real and what's going on. I don't need emotional people that are driven and tossed and to and fro by every wind and doctrine. I don't need that garbage. And if you come over here from all of those FBA crazy channels, just leave and stop wasting your damn time, because you ain't going to do a damn thing to the white man. You don't ever speak about the white man. You only talk about me. So if FBAs are really so concerned about white supremacy, why don't y'all go do something to white people and stop sitting online talking about me all day? Y'all got a lot of talk to talk about me, but y'all don't got no smoke for the white man that you're mad at. You can't do a damn thing because you're powerless, and the men in the black community are weak. All they do is make videos talking about white supremacy all day, but they never go to the streets. They never take it to the white man because they don't got no power. None. And you ladies who support those kind of clowns need to leave, because any black man that's sitting online all day talking about white supremacy and they're waiting for reparations is no different than somebody waiting for a damn welfare check. The ones who deserve reparations are the people that were in slavery, the people that are survivors of that, not you, because you never was on a plantation. You never had a whip on your back. You were never there. So stop acting like a damn victim when you know good and well you're just trying to benefit off the backs of your ancestors. If you get into a car wreck because it was somebody else's fault, the only ones that deserve to get any sort of money are the victims who survived the crash, not people that are standing on the outside looking at the crash. Hypocrites. How you on the outside looking at the accident talking about you want money too? You're not the one injured. You're not the one in pain. You didn't suffer nothing. The people that deserve to be compensated are the people that are in the cars, the people that got leg injuries, back injuries. Those are the people that endured the suffering, not you. You're on the sidelines watching. And that's exactly how these hypocrites are on social media, talking about they wanting reparations and they want this and the white man and reparations and white supremacy. These are a bunch of damn side hustlers who are sitting on the sidelines trying to get a check. That's why they mad at me, because I keep it hot. No sugarcoating. We don't sugarcoat over here. We speak the truth raw and uncut. And I want you to keep your eyes open, ladies and gentlemen, to these streets. You're going to see these FBA monsters come up online to talk about Ringo, not the white man. Why? So it's okay for them to talk about a black man that speak the truth, but they're not talking about the white man. Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all take care, drive safe. Shout out to all the truckers, everybody on the 9-to-5 grind. Stay safe on the road. I'll catch y'all later on with more content. Ringo TV Reactions. The #1 reactionary channel on YouTube, Ringo TV Reactions. Putting in work since 2006 till now. Rate, comment, and subscribe today. Ringo TV Reactions. We out of here. Y'all take care. Peace. We out.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.